And thanks for tuning in to another Streamer Spotlight for the HPS Stream Team, where we interview the students who are behind the laptops, behind the cameras, behind the mics, making these broadcasts possible. And today we have here with us Emily Prazma. Thank you so much for coming in today, Emily. Thank you, thank you.
You are very welcome.
Okay, so the first thing that we kind of want to know is just who you are. You know, you've been on the Stream Team for roughly about 1.5 years or so, almost 2 years. You know, tell us about yourself, your age, your hobbies, all that stuff.
Well, I am currently 16. A couple hobbies that I have is reading, walking around town, hanging out with friends.
Don't you do like knitting and stuff like that too?
I do. I crochet, I embroider, I knit, I sew.
Gotcha.
Kind of the old lady stuff.
No, that stuff's super fun. Actually, speaking of that, for those of you who have watched the Infinity Pencil series, Infinity Pencil 3, there is a puppet section. She was responsible for making those puppets, which was really, really fun. It was a nice additive to the film, so thank you for that.
I was so happy when Mr. J asked me if I could make those things, because I love to contribute to our short films and the way that our short films can progress and get better. Like, that is my number one. If I can help in any way, I will. And
that's definitely an Emily thing, that's for sure. So kind of going back to Stream Team though, really quick. So you've been on for roughly about 2 years now, and you're one of our Stream Team leaders, and you earned that very quickly within a year. So we'll talk about some competency levels with that. So to become a Stream Team leader, you have to have a diamond level competency, which is like the highest level of competency for camera or producer. You need to have 2 of the 3 options, because we have camera, we have producer, and we have commentator. And she has diamond leveled in camera as well as producer, making her a Stream Team leader. And she's taken on that role very seriously. She's done a ton of streams for us, very well known for filling in a lot of shifts for a lot of people, really kind of being the lifesaver whenever things kind of go down. Emily swoops in and helps us and makes sure that we always have a nice good broadcast. You know, that way we have as many slots filled as possible. But so speaking of all that, speaking of being on the Stream Team and all this stuff, so what is it about the Stream Team that you liked, and why did you join? Like, how did that all happen, and why do you like it?
Well, part of the reason I joined Stream Team is because I'm a very tech person, and I wanted to learn how to stream and how to, how do I put this? Just kind of learn new skills.
Oh, gotcha. So you were interested in learning, like, oh, hey, that's something new. I want to try that.
Yeah. And then after a couple of times of doing it, like, I fell in love with it. It's like, this is what I want to do. This is how I want my life to go. Like,
you were like, I want to be a part of that thing.
Yeah. And what really made me realize how much I loved it is when we took our field trip and video production class to BSC.
Oh, this year. Yeah. Yep.
And because they do so many things just like we do. We stream baseball games. We do volleyball. We do basketball. We do the chamber awards, or
just all those
things. Yeah. Like, that is.
So that was kind of a key moment where you were like kind of solidified, like, okay, yeah, no, I love this stuff.
This is where I want to be.
That's awesome. Cool. So it's something that you find is an interesting skill, something that you're interested in. So what made you consider joining?
Well, I heard a lot of people around school kind of talking about it. And it's like, well, maybe I'll go talk to Mr. J and then he can kind of explain it to me. And you explained it to me. It's like, well, I think I want to be a part of this. This sounds like where I belong.
Okay. Very, very cool. Well, we're very, very glad to have you along. And then final thing that we like to do in these Streamer Spotlights is we'll talk about, you know, fun notes from me about the students who are working on the program. And again, like I've said before, there's been so many times where someone has to drop a shift, you know, last minute, or we don't have people taking shifts. And Emily has always been the one who's stepped up and helped making sure that our program keeps going, and that we're not only just having, you know, one camera and a producer, making sure that we have all 3 shifts filled so we get multiple cameras and as good of a broadcast as we possibly can. And, you know, she works herself to the bone, and I mean that so literally. She's worked so hard over the last 2 years, and we're just really thankful to have her on the program. So
yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you very much for coming in and doing this really quick with us. And
of course.
On to the rest of our broadcast.